Welcome to the Anything Else podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dallas Outsider, and today we have our host here, Alex Lintz.
Yep.
And we have a special guest for today.
Got Mr. Pete Oldridge.
Hi.
How's it going, Pete?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you fellas?
We're great.
Yeah.
So, Pete, we know you. We like your music and what you do, but some of our viewers may not know who you are. So, who's Pete Oldridge?
Oh, geez. Who is Pete Oldridge? Well,
What is Pete?
what is a Pete
What are
Oldridge?
frogs?
Well, I suppose you had me on this because of my music originally, like that we know each other through music.
For sure, yeah.
So I have a band called The Great Fuss. And yeah, I've been doing that almost since I moved to Saskatchewan back in 2014, 2015. Yeah, I'm a social worker as well. So I work with the Ministry of Justice, well, Corrections, Policing, Public Safety, but usually I just say justice. It sounds more deadly. I work for the Ministry of Justice.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, exactly. Corrections, Policing,
It
Public
does
Safety.
sound like a
sounds-
superhero team, Ministry
yeah,
of Justice.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
Corrections, Policing, Public Safety just sounds lame. Like I could have a vest, like an orange vest, and a pylon with me or something.
Actually, Dallas, if I'm not mistaken, is Ministry of Justice not a WWE stable from Once Upon a Time?
No, you're thinking of the Ministry
Oh, okay.
The Ministry.
of Darkness.
The Ministry of
Bradshaw?
Darkness. Yeah.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was in that for a little bit.
And
Yeah. And Farouk.
Farouk,
Yeah.
there, who then went on to, or maybe before that, was in that The Nation of Domination
Wait a
with The
minute.
Rock. And
Who was? Oh no, they were. Yeah, it was.
We Are the Nation.
Yeah,
Or
Bradshaw
Dominant.
and Farouk were when they were just the two of them. They were the APA,
Yeah.
and then before the Ministry, they were also the acolytes, something
Can
like
I just
that.
say how much it delights me that we got 30 seconds
Is
into
this-
Who
is
Am
this-
I?
Wait a minute.
I was
is-
about to say
no,
that
and
it's a good day when Dallas has someone on that talks
Wait a
wrestling.
minute.
Yeah.
Is this going to be our topic for this episode? I think.
Sure,
I
man.
think
I'll-
it is.
fuck yeah.
I
let's
am
go.
down like Charlie Brown.
All right, guys, it's time to talk about anything else. Well, are you good with talking WWE?
Of course, I'm good at talking WWE.
Sick.
So,
Dallas, you take the lead, my guy.
All
all right,
what's,
let's do it.
I
Now,
guess-
I'll preface by saying that I was a huge fan as a kid. I was a Hulkamaniac.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
But then I kind of like slipped out for a little bit. In high school, I got into some of the Attitude Era stuff. And then for most of my adult life, I've kind of been out of it. But more recently, my daughter, who's 16 years old, is like in love with Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah.
And so now I'm like right back in. I know all the stories and everything. So
I just got back in myself.
what did you?
Growing up, I was like, I never really paid too much attention to WWE. I was a TNA guy growing
Oh, okay.
up. So for some reason, I don't know why that was. But
yeah.
like recently I watched the Royal Rumble for the first time in forever. So then, I was just kind of texting Dallas the whole night being like, who is this guy? I don't know any of this. What is happening right now?
Yeah. Oh, I guess like it's easier now because it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
it's more
I,
accessible.
I've never stopped watching wrestling when I started it.
No,
I
you're an
started,
encyclopedia.
I started it in like 2008-ish
Okay.
area.
Oh, that's when you got into it.
Yeah. Basically, right when they got into like the HD.
Can I ask,
era.
how old a guy are you?
26.
When I say, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're real young.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. But yeah, I never stopped watching it, so it's nice to like watch other people get into it.
Yeah.
And
My
not-
math skills tells me you were 10 when you started watching it.
Yes, I was around 10 years old, but I also like grew up with like video games before I started watching it. Like
You're
I had,
a WWE 2K freak.
Oh,
yeah, I had like when I was very young, I got the N64 of WrestleMania 2000. That's
okay.
how I discovered wrestling, was through that game.
Oh, okay.
And then it just popped. I think it just like randomly popped up when I was just browsing on TV,
Yeah.
like
So-
an episode of SmackDown.
So have you gone back to like see some of the classic 80s stuff or?
Oh yeah. I do like watching like the highlights of all like the classic. My favorite
Yeah.
match of all time is Mankind versus Undertaker at Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell when he goes right through the
it,
cage.
yeah,
I mean,
twice.
and then gets thrown off the top. It is insane.
It's an insane.
But I do have to say, having loved the 80s stuff and now watching the new stuff, the quality of the wrestling is so much better now.
Oh yeah.
Like just faster pace. I know they've got like a training center now where everybody's kind of I guess like one argument against it is like it's maybe homogenized the product where it's like everyone kind of has the same stuff they're doing, but at the same time it's like way faster pace, exciting.
Yeah.
You go back and watch an old one and you're like,
You're just
there's
punching each other.
there's just guys holding each other, hugging basically for
Yeah.
like 30 minutes.
Well, geez, like Hulk Hogan's insane finishing move was just a fucking leg drop.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just put my weight on you with my leg. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
That was the most fearsome
Yeah.
finishing move.
And then in watching his promos, like I don't know what drew me as a kid. I was just so into him. I thought he was just the coolest. You know, he's a hero, right?
Yeah.
But now you watch it and you're like, he just seems coked out and like
Oh yeah.
pathetic. But yeah, that's. You know.
It is so funny, like watching things. Like, do you watch any of that stuff? Like the docu-series is about like any of the stuff back
Oh yeah,
then?
yeah. Like I watched the McMahon one. Mr.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
McMahon.
So
and-
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember back in the day watching that. What's it called? Behind the.
Oh, behind the mat.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I know it too.
Yeah.
I love the thumbnail of Behind Map because it's like Terry Funk, Mankind, and The Rock. But the Terry Funk is like actual Terry Funk, whereas the other guys are just not them.
Yeah.
It's like, who are those guys?
Yeah, who are these guys? Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Dallas, I think you'd also really like Tales from the Territories.
Oh,
Territories? No, I don't think.
It's.
I know.
I think it's an HBO
Yeah,
series,
yeah.
and yeah, it's all just like stories from like the localized
Yeah.
scene back when it was more split.
yeah, I
Interesting,
think
okay.
I actually watched most of that too.
Yeah, it's good shit.
great.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
really good.
Dark Side of the Ring?
That's good stuff.
Yeah,
too.
That's a good one
that's
too.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of different episodes, right? That one,
Yeah.
Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
I watched the one on Snuka. Did you guys ever hear about Superfly
Yes.
Jimmy
Oh
Snuka?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
That's like one of your favorites ever.
Oh really? Yeah.
Oh no. Well, actually, no. It's no. You're thinking of
I'm thinking
Steamboat.
of yeah.
Steamboat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Steamboat
yeah.
was my favorite.
That okay. Pop quiz, hot shots. Macho Man versus Steamboat was which WrestleMania?
3.
Oh.
You
He
can
didn't
do
even
that
need
all
that.
day
He's
with
like,
him.
yeah.
Sometimes when we're just hanging out, I'll
Do you
just
know who was on ringside of the match?
For WrestleMania 3?
Yeah, he
I
was.
mean, besides Bob Uecker and for number 3, I don't think it was Donald Trump, but I know he was for 4 and 5 because it was held at Trump Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was George the Animal Steel that was on ringside.
Oh, you mean at the side of the ring of that
Yeah.
match? Okay.
Yeah, and Miss Elizabeth.
I have issue with the question. It wasn't asked in a way that was clear. So.
Sorry.
No, it's
That
okay.
happens. That's what I always do.
You are a monster, Dallas. I don't know how you do this.
Yeah.
Like I say, we'll be hanging out, and I'll just look at Dallas and be like, "Who won the Royal Rumble in 2006?" He'll just like be like, "Bang."
Rey Mysterio.
Okay, here's a question. This is a deeper cut. When did they make it so that the winner of the Royal Rumble was guaranteed a slot at WrestleMania?
I think it was always like that, wasn't it?
I don't think so. Because like in the early ones, like Hulk won it and he was the champion.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe either it's got to be in the summer in the 90s.
I stumped him.
Yeah, I think you did.
I mean, I wish I knew the answer. I don't. But, yeah.
I'll have to look it up later.
One thing we did once is I just went down the list of all of the winners of the Royal Rumble, and I just went like one after the other and pitted them against each other bracket style for Dallas, and we must have done that for an hour and a half. Just Dallas just blank staring at the floor, being like, Hogan, Vader,
Yeah.
Vader, Macho Man.
Yeah. No problem, man.
Although what we discovered from that is apparently Big Van Vader is the greatest wrestler of all time.
Oh yeah. Well, I think he's just like
You,
A scary
said,
person in real
you
life?
said it's because in real life he'd be the one that could beat anybody.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He's huge.
yeah.
He was. I don't know.
Scary.
Is he still alive?
No.
Now that's the crazy thing, really, is to just think about how many of those guys who are like our dad's age
Yeah.
are just dead
Yeah.
because of cocaine and steroids.
Yeah.
and-
Imagine being on cocaine and steroids at the same time almost every night.
I did it right before I came here for this. Just
I could tell you sound so
Yeah.
hyped up.
Let me show you something, brothers. yeah.
Someone's going through this table any second.
I don't think it would be too hard. Well, no, it's pretty sturdy. It's pretty sturdy. Yeah.
Who cuts the best promos of all time? Question for both of you.
Okay, well, what about you? What do you think, Alex? Or you want us to answer first?
I would. You guys go first.
God. Okay, I'm gonna go with Jake the Snake Roberts.
Ooh, okay.
Because there's only so much of that yelling you can take before you're just like, it's all one thing. It's like why I hate a lot of music where it's just
Let me show you my snake.
and there's no break. It's just all testosterone in your face the whole time. Whereas Jake the Snake, he starts down here.
Yeah.
He's got nothing but time, and he's.
Have you ever heard about the stories about before he would walk out to the ring, he would literally just smoke a cigarette, drop it, and then do the shoe thing, and then walk out. It's like some people say, I was like, that's like the coolest thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just kind of old school guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what podcast it was on that Jake the Snake was on, but he told that story. It's been going around a lot. That clip of him talking about Macho Man.
Oh, yeah.
And they were Macho Man came back.
yeah.
Randy came backstage. And he was just like, "Is your snake fixed?"
Your what, sorry?
He asked if the snake was fixed. He's like, "Well, yeah, of course it is, Randy." He's like, "Okay, well, I need it to bite you right now."
Oh yeah, and then there was one where it did it, like it bit into
that was-
Andy, maybe.
Yeah.
I remember that was like SummerSlam or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. What about you? Best promos?
During that time, I would probably say Roddy Piper.
Oh yeah, Piper.
You were dressed as Roddy
Yeah, I
Piper at the
was.
Halloween
Right.
show.
That's
That
true.
was so funny.
I love Rowdy Piper.
Roddy Piper is so funny on. Do either of you guys watch Sunny? It's Always Sunny in
no,
Philadelphia.
no.
He's on there as Demaniac. He just plays this homeless wrestler that they know, and apparently Roddy Piper just always had a gun on him, and
Oh,
so they
really?
and they didn't know that, so they're getting through a couple scenes, and then they're taking a break, and he just goes up to Rob Backlund and he just starts showing him his gun.
That's a very weird move. Yeah.
I probably have got a pretty boring answer to that question, but
All right.
I'm going to say for promos, honestly, because he's good at both the humor and the serious promo. I'm going Rock.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, Rock was great, and you got it right. It right on the head. It's he's hilarious,
Yeah.
when he's cutting promos, and also can be a badass.
Yeah.
And I think to a lesser extent, or maybe the same, Stone Cold Steve Austin could do that too.
People don't I kind of don't think people give Stone Cold the credit he deserves for how funny he was.
Oh yeah.
He was hysterical when he wanted to be.
Oh yeah.
But we just remember him as the Attitude Era guy. The
Yeah,
Beer
yeah.
drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What?
Do you have any favorite current day wrestlers?
Well, yeah, Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I seem to like her more as time goes on.
Yeah, no, she's. I think that she's probably the most technically gifted amongst the women, and honestly, I find the women's division better than the men's.
It's
in
gotten
terms
quite
of
compelling.
Just
Yeah.
the speed. I'm an ADHD kid, and when I'm watching the men's stuff, sometimes the pacing is a little slow.
Yeah.
The women are unreal. Bianca being sort of the
she's
best.
crazy.
So when she's doing a suplex on someone, she'll lift them up over her head, and then she'll march in place.
Yeah, while
Yeah.
they're still on. Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's unreal. And
Yeah.
then she's got this other move where she gets up on the rope. So if somebody's in the corner, she'll stand up on the second rope to be punching them. If somebody's coming from behind, she then backflips off and lands
Crazy.
pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
She's
And well,
unreal.
everyone likes Rhea because how muscular she is,
Yeah.
but Bianca is
Oh.
just as muscular.
Yeah.
It's insane. They're basically the same build.
Totally. Yeah. In fact, you can see definition-wise, Bianca's more defined, but Rhea's huge, right?
Yeah.
And I think Bianca's just a smaller person.
Yeah.
But Jade Cargill is
yeah,
another
yeah.
one who's
Yeah.
very ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were it's crazy that you bring that up because we had talked a lot this year about how the Royal Rumble, the women's Royal Rumble was
yeah.
so much better.
Yeah.
The men's Royal Rumble, there was a point where there was about 8 in the ring at once, and 6 of them were sat on their ass for like 5 minutes. Like I think I forgot AJ Styles hadn't been eliminated because he was on the mat for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
I think what they're doing now, it seems, is like they're consciously, they're trying to make space for like highlight spots or something. So it's like,
Yeah.
and then those people are just like resting, and then maybe the action is better when they do get up. I don't know, but I just remember in the old Rumbles, it was everybody's standing up, everybody's brawling.
yeah, it was a true free for all. Everybody was no one was afraid to go off book and just start going for shit.
It might interest you guys to know, because my daughter is such a big fan. For Christmas, I got her tickets to go to Elimination Chamber in Toronto.
Oh.
So I was there.
That's crazy.
And about 100 meters from when the heel turn happened, and like The Rock was.
What was
there.
that like live?
It was cool. I mean, like, I don't give a shit, honestly. Like, my daughter loves it, and I find it interesting, but like, I don't really know John Cena. I guess that's the thing.
That's true.
It's like, I didn't, as I was saying, I kind of like got out of it for quite a while. So that whole Cena thing, I don't really get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bet for you, like, Cena's probably one of the top.
I grew up loving Cena.
Yeah. Was he your Hogan?
Yeah, he was my Hogan.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
I still wish to see him wrestle.
What's
at some
that?
point. I still wish to see him wrestle at some point this year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So
I always love when people are talking about like, oh, who is your Hogan and stuff like that. For TNA, man, for me it was like fucking AJ Styles.
Oh, okay. So AJ Styles came from.
Yeah, he was in TNA for years before he joined WWE, and he was better in TNA. Because he was younger and he was able to do so much more high flying, and like he was a high flyer in TNA. He was an extreme, like it was wild the shit he used to do.
Yeah, I think he's like older than me even. I think he's like 44, 45 or something.
The other wild thing with TNA too was it had the hangover of WCW, because like it was basically WCW. It's like because like Bischoff was there, and like it was like Hogan and Sting were there still. Like it was all these old WCW guys still. So it was almost like this like trapped in time thing. Which is why I think I found it so fascinating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it was like kind of like the retirement league for a bit.
So it was just so crazy that like Sting and Hulk Hogan still having big matches in like 2008.
Both
Hogan's still blading in the middle of the ring at 2000.
Was he?
Oh yeah, man.
Wow.
Like it was insane.
It's awesome.
And he was because he was so old, he was so obvious about it. So he'd be like trying to like, oh, I'm just wiping sweat from my brow, and then all of a sudden he's just bleeding
profusely
all over his face. Like,
well, you know, Ric Flair had his retirement match in like 2008.
Yeah.
And then he left WWE. He went back to TNA.
Yeah, he was still
wrestled a bunch more matches.
It was wild, Yeah,
wow.
Ric Flair just like with a walker. Woo!
Actually, I think I saw recently there was a post he made about his daughter, because it was her birthday, like Charlotte.
Yeah.
And said Ashley. I guess her real name is Ashley. Anyways, cool story, eh? I've got lots of great stories like that. So I know we're not supposed to talk music, so we won't. But you guys know each other through Reyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to a different year.
Yeah, he was a couple years after me because I'm a couple years older than him. But
And then how did you guys become friends?
We became friends because when I moved back here, because I'm from Manitoba, and I moved back here about 2.5 years ago, and our drummer Brock and we went to Reyes in the same year, and so we just started jamming, doing some music stuff, and then we needed a lead guitar player, and I was doing my master's at U of S, and I was TAing Keisha from Chesterfield. So when she found out I was a musician and stuff, and I said, I need a guitar player, she was like, oh, my cousin's looking to be in a band. So Dallas, we ended up with this guy. So and then Dallas and I have been inseparable ever since.
Oh, that's awesome. So you guys play in a band together then?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. And is that Pink Berry?
No. That's
sorry.
November Down.
November Down. Apologies.
Although we do have
Mark Ferguson was our lead guitar player at one point, and that's where we'll leave it.
Okay. Don't want to, start any beef or perpetuate any beef. So I was gonna ask you guys about. Oh yeah, just with Reyes.
Yeah.
Since being there, like, are you guys still in the audio world? I know you are.
Yeah.
But are you still in?
Oh yeah. I still work as audio tech.
Yeah, he works for Encore.
Yeah.
Encore.
Yeah.
So you mostly do like conference setups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
More AV. I don't do video at all, so Dallas is my video guy.
Oh, yeah.
If I need
Cool.
anything with video, I'm like, I don't know, Dallas.
Yeah. So do you do like lighting and all that stuff too?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, lighting too. I'm just
They
like,
do lighting too.
Dallas,
but-
help me.
Yeah, I don't know how this thing works. Yeah. No. How long do we go?
Sorry?
How long do we go?
Well, that could be the end of our passion project segment, and
Okay.
then we can move on to some of our regular segments here. So this is, and by the way, thank you for talking about wrestling. It's
Oh,
Dallas'
my
dream.
pleasure. My pleasure.
So this is a fan favorite segment that we've always had. This is called Who Dis.
Who dis?
So I'm going to give you the name of a real person. I don't expect you to know who this person is. I want you to tell me who you think this person is based off their name alone.
Okay.
Your Who Dis this week, Pete, is Dick Sweat.
It's too bad we didn't go with Dick Blood.
We could do that
No.
another time.
Oh yeah, we could. I'll tell him that after.
It's a real person, and I need to say.
Who do you think
Who
Dick
he
Sweat
is.
is?
The guy who invented the jockstrap?
Great.
I don't know.
That's a great one.
It's pretty good. Dick Sweat is a retired congressman from the U.S. who was
Oh.
at one time the ambassador to Denmark
Oh, okay.
and had an unfortunate name.
Yeah, no, I can see the umlaut over the E in sweat now in Denmark. And,
Dick Sweet.
Dick Sweat.
Do you know who Dick Blood is?
Dick Blood?
Yeah,
No.
it's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's real name.
No.
It is.
Such a better name.
His real name is Dick Blood.
Yep. Yep.
Man, why would you be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat if your name is Dick
I
Blood?
know.
God, it's a license to print money.
even Vince thought that was a bit much.
Yeah, Vin's like, oh, I don't know.
Our next regular segment, it's called Brush with Fame.
Okay.
Pete, what is your most boring celebrity story?
Most boring celebrity
Most
story.
mundane, so like you saw
Totally.
someone across
Okay.
the street.
All right, so I was 20. No, 18, 19, who cares? Whatever. I'm in second year university. I'm home for Thanksgiving. I lived in Stratford, Ontario. My mom had moved to this little town. It's like a Shakespeare festival town, though. They've got this
Okay.
festival that is popular, and one of the alumni was William Shatner.
Oh, sweet.
What?
Yeah, and he was in town accepting an award. And I'm walking to the bank, and I'm looking at my feet, just kind of walking along, and I see a couple pass me, but I'm tuned into the feet because
Yeah.
I got 2 tripping hazards in my shoes, so I'm trying to like make sure they don't. That's my feet, by the way. But anyway, and so I'm trying to walk, and they pass me, and I hear him say, "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to Church Street?" And I turn around, and I see there's
Captain Kirk.
fucking Captain Kirk. And so yeah, I was like, well, yeah, I think you go down this street and then take a left. He's like, okay, thank you, and he starts walking. I'm like, can I get your autograph? And he said, there's no time. And,
That's awesome.
but
That's your
it was-
most boring story.
That's great.
well, I don't know. It was, I mean,
mundane.
mundane because
I
it's
guess.
like in a situation
That's
you don't expect.
fantastic.
But-
I love that.
Yeah.
Shatter. All right.
Oh,
Next,
yes.
it's time for everyone's favorite segment. This is Are You Smarter Than Dallas Outsider?
Oh God.
All right, so this season we have
scared.
Trivial Pursuit, the Genius Edition from 1982. Thanks to
Oh.
Will Wallace for finding this at Value Village and giving it to me.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask 5 questions. Pete, you get to have the first go. And
Okay.
if you pass or get it wrong, it moves to Dallas.
Okay.
All right. So your first question
Now, wait a
is-
minute, Dallas. Have you been studying this deck? Be honest.
I mean, the amount of losses he's taken over the years, I think you should start setting the deck.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Your first question is, what New York City edifice has 6,500 windows?
I'm gonna go with Empire State Building.
It is the Empire State Building.
There you go.
Okay.
That's one for nothing.
One for nothing.
Yeah.
Giving that one for free. What element has the same name as a planet?
Mercury.
It is Mercury.
Damn it.
Sorry, Dallas. He's getting some. He's getting
That's
some
too
questions.
easy.
All right. Who has hit the most home runs in World Series history?
Okay, well, this is 1982 edition.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go. Oh shit! I don't know if Pete Rose was a big one at that time, so I'm gonna go with Babe Ruth.
Not Babe Ruth.
No, wait. Oh, shit.
Dallas, who do you think it is?
Pete Rose.
No, it's
Joe DiMaggio.
no Mickey
Oh.
Mantle.
Oh,
I would have never gotten that. No.
All right, question 4. What is GARP's sport in the world according to GARP?
Oh, I did read that. It was John Updike, isn't it? Or something like that. Oh, I'm going to go baseball.
Not baseball.
Who's Gart? I don't know. Basketball.
No, it's ironic. It's wrestling.
Oh, are you kidding?
Oh, I hate myself.
No. I think we ought to just off ourselves now.
All right. 2-0 on the last question here. What heavenly body did Surveyor 1 land on June 2nd, 1966?
I'm going to go moon.
Did you say moon?
I did.
It is the moon.
Okay.
All right.
Well, there you go. You are smarter
Congratulations,
than
Pete. In record time, you are smarter than Dallas Outsider.
Oh, well, I don't think that that's an accurate reflection of whether or not I'm smarter than Dallas, but
I think it is. I think Trivial
still,
Pursuit is definitely an
it's
accurate
the
depiction
only-
of intelligence.
Yeah.
It's the only thing we have.
Well, that's really fun. I like that segment. I don't know if I had lost, I might not like that segment, but I liked it. You know,
Most
it's fun.
people win.
Yeah. Well, you set it up, so it's like,
Well, yeah,
he
we
doesn't
set it
have
up
a
in the
chance
guest's
to.
favor,
Yeah. You want to flip it? I don't mind.
All right, so now we're going to move on to our quick fire questions. So these are just some questions that help us build a psychological profile of who
God.
Pete Oldridge is in case the FBI come a knocking, you know?
I was gonna say if they haven't before, they will now. Okay, let's do it.
Pete, in one movie, what is the best and the worst Nick Cage film?
Oh God. I'm struggling to even think of it. Like the only one I can even think of with Nick Cage is The Rock.
The
But I
Rock
love
is
that
that's a
movie.
great one to
I
go
love
for
that
that,
movie.
though, because yeah, it's a great movie. It's
Yeah.
entertaining as hell.
It really
but it's
is.
also simultaneously an awful movie.
Is that like a Jerry Bruckheimer or whatever? Like,
No,
kinda-
it's oh, what's his face? Transformers.
Oh,
guy.
yeah, Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. Yeah, it's a Michael
Oh
Bay
yeah,
movie.
okay.
Like,
When he had, I don't know, like maybe it was because when I saw it, it was like grade 7, grade 8, and I
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah.
Which is
now
Michael
if I
Bay's
were to
target
look
audience.
At, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
if you could put a CSI in any city, what would you choose?
Oh, CSI in any city.
There's no wrong answer.
What's that?
There's no wrong answer.
Oh no, there is. Maybe like Unity or something. I
That's
don't know.
that's something really niche.
It'd be like 3 houses to check or something. I don't know. Like,
CSI Unity. Where?
I don't know.
Someone's dead. That's
What do you
like
guys
a
think?
quarter of the town. I
Our
don't know.
popular answer is always Regina.
Yeah, that's
Or
always,
Regina.
yeah. People have said Regina a couple times.
What's
this
the
season.
rationale for Regina?
I think it's just because people from Saskatoon think, yeah, Regina.
They need it. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I'd love to see like CSI in like a small town.
Yeah, that's
like
what
a
I mean.
small
Like,
prairie town. Like,
yeah, there's like 4 options.
Yeah. Yeah, your lineup is like most of the town.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's got to be one of these guys
It
because
has
there's
to be
no
a
one
limited
left.
series, I think. You know, it's like,
A limited series.
yeah.
Well, they're all dead.
Yeah. The whole town. Yeah,
It's just a murder mystery party at that point.
yeah, exactly.
What is the best ice cream flavor?
Oh, well, for me, I'll just say that when I have too much ice cream, it's a digestive nightmare. And I had one time with my daughter where we went and had a Dairy Queen, and then we're at the park, and like I think like 5 minutes later, I'm like, we need to go home immediately. And then I had a really interesting elimination, and then it was like 3 hours of sleeping. Just like I had to have a post clear out, like reset. And I'm not a napper through the day, but that one really,
So your favorite flavor of ice cream is lactose free.
yeah. But when if I'm gonna fuck with ice cream, mint chocolate is like
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
you
a
know?
classic
I love
answer.
that.
Yeah. Well, what about you guys?
It would be mine. That would
Mint
be mine.
chocolate?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the I like kind of like a brownie batter ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you should have seen after my Dairy Queen adventure. It was definitely very brownie batter esque. Sorry. That was gross.
Planes, trains, or automobiles?
Oh, trains.
Trains?
Yeah, I love trains.
Trains is great.
How about you guys?
I've always wanted to go on a train. Like
Yeah.
being from Manitoba, I've always wanted to take the train up to Churchill.
Oh yeah.
Like, that would, yeah,
that'd be lovely.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Anything but planes.
Yeah, you hate
Anything
flying.
about planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a necessary evil at times. Like I'd rather not, honestly. My dad went and built like a single engine, you know, like little tiny plane,
Yeah.
and he took me up in it, and it's terrifying.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't like it.
That's cool.
I guess, but anyway, sorry. You want to?
What is the best flavor of pop? Soda.
Oh,
God damn it.
yes.
Ollie wrote this down, so it's pop.
Okay. There was something when I was a kid called Tahiti Treat.
That sounds fascinating.
It was really good. I don't know what it is, but it's okay. But maybe cream soda.
Okay.
Oh, what
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of cream soda though?
Oh. I just remember the Crush. My nan back home, she had Crush, and it was really delicious.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Have you ever had the Barks Red Cream Soda?
I don't think so.
It's my
That your
favorite drink.
favorite?
Of all,
Really
it's
good?
my favorite drink of all
So that would be yours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mine, I'm going iced tea. All
I
day.
can just see Dallas and I are becoming fast friends. We're just gonna be like sitting there eating our barbecue or all dressed chips, having a Crush or what
a Barks Red Cream.
We're just
Red Cream
watching
soda.
like the most ridiculous wrestling matches of all time. Yeah.
What's something that feels illegal but isn't?
Sex? I don't know. Like it's so good. It's like,
right
how is
there.
this not illegal?
No
you know
one
what I mean?
said that yet.
But isn't it true?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's got to be illegal. It's so good.
It's illegal to some people's minds, I guess.
Say it again.
It's illegal to some people's point of view. I
Depends
guess.
how you do it.
Yeah. that's
guess.
true.
Depends what
Yeah.
state you're in.
That's right. Yeah.
What's your favorite card in a deck of cards?
I don't know. I don't like to pick favorites. You know, I'm against discrimination. So, but I'd say top of my head, the first thing that came up was an ace of spades.
Ace of Spades.
No music.
What about you guys?
It's whatever makes me win in a game of goldfish.
Yeah. Oh, and
Goldfish?
Did you say goldfish? Goldfish.
I'll take. I forget who said it, but I'll take a one-eyed jack because I like playing sequence.
Oh yeah. Yeah, one-eyed jack.
What's your favorite small town?
All right. Well, Delmer, Ontario is where my grandparents lived, and I just have really great memories of being there as a kid. You know, like Ontario, I love Saskatchewan, by the way, but where I'm from is so lush and green and beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling hills, like trees, and
Just a different environment.
yeah. My nan and gramps had like a creek that ran through the back of their property. So yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
just
nice.
like idyllic. It felt great. And beautiful
Nice.
little town, and like no stores. It was just on the edge of another town called Tilsonburg, which yeah, it's just small and quaint and feels peaceful.
Nice.
How about you guys?
It's
Favorite
gonna be
small town?
Domini now. I'm gonna go to your grandparents.
I missed it.
He said he's gonna go there.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's very
it's gonna be
nice.
Domini now.
Yeah, yeah. And how about you guys?
Going off of just kind of like, I won't say the hometown I grew up in because I didn't like it,
Oh.
but I'll say Boissevain, Manitoba. I was
What's it
always
called?
Boissevain. It's kind
Boissevain.
of down by the border.
Okay.
They've got Tommy Turtle, which is this giant statue of a turtle, and
Tommy Turtle?
there's a light switch at the tourist building that if you push it, Tommy Turtle talks.
Oh.
Like, it's great. They have a really good drive-in in that town. It's a great town. I like
Yeah, yeah.
Boissevain.
Oh, that's awesome.
What's the best tool?
Best tool. A drum key? No, I don't know.
No music.
Yeah. All right. No. Oh. Maybe I'm just a big dumb. What do you call it? Just a big dull instrument. So I like a hammer.
I think I'm taking this out. Everyone says hammer.
Hammer.
I haven't had anything other than hammer.
I mean, it's just a good
It's the
blunt
right
force.
answer, yeah.
Like let's get this done.
yeah.
You
know?
know, Mark Twain once said,
This
if
is out of
you-
character.
if you only have a hammer everything
Everything looks
around
like a
you
nail.
is going to be a nail.
that was Mark
yeah.
Twain?
That's right.
Yeah, Mark Twain.
I didn't know that was Mark
You
Twain.
taught
either.
me something, Dallas. That's scary. And finally, from the quickfire questions, aliens? Question mark.
Probably, but not here. Probably. I mean, the distance between us and them is. I mean, maybe I'm just. I can't get my head around how that would ever happen. But I don't know. I mean, what the fuck do I know? But I do know that when we look at the scale of the universe, the idea that it would be just us seems a little crazy. Like there's probably something out there
Yeah.
that has. But you know. I don't know. Who knows?
Sweet. Well, thanks for the quickfire questions.
No problem.
We've got a couple quick segments to end off with here. This
Okay.
one is one that's kind of become my personal favorite. It's called "Do You Want This?" So, Dallas, could you hand me this week's "Do You Want This"? These are for wine glasses that you can clip onto the side of them. Do you want this, Pete?
No.
Cool.
Well, thank you.
This was "Do You Want This?"
I like that segment. Oh.
A different item every week. Stay
Yeah,
tuned
yeah.
for next week's "Do You Want This?"
Wait, just a question. Would you have given it to me if I said
Oh
yes?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's very
it's
nice.
just crap from my house.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, thanks for that. But no, I don't drink. Well,
Sweet.
no.
This next segment is called "Does It British?" So for this, Ollie sends us a Britishism from
Okay.
over in the UK where he is right now, and we get you to see if you know what it is.
Okay.
This week's Britishism is "the dog's bollocks."
The dog's bollocks. Like, it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, this is the dog's bollocks.
yeah, nailed it.
Oh, wait. This is the dog's bollocks.
There we go. There you go.
Awful.
Yeah.
It's a bit Eastern European.
Awful. Yeah. This is the dog's bollocks. Yeah.
Lithuanian man trying to blend in London.
Yeah.
And now this is definitely a great segment. This is Who Said It.
Who
So
Said It?
for this segment, I'm going to give you 2 tweets.
Okay.
So one tweet is going to be by a famous Twitter account that I pick every week, and the other is from Dallas's Twitter account.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
And
right.
so we need to.
Oh, it's my phone's on the.
Oh, great.
Okay. That's all right.
Well, log into your Twitter, Dallas, for me.
In the meantime, can I ask a question?
Yes.
You did your master's in history, correct?
I did.
And what was your thesis again? You told me, and I found it interesting.
God damn it, Dallas. My thesis was
I'm
on
trying
stupid
to help you. Your
Dallas's.
thesis was on.
My thesis was on civic history, so I did a comparison study between Brandon, Manitoba, and Saskatoon back in the 60s, talking about kind of era-defining civics products and redevelopment and stuff.
Yeah. And was it more of like a comparative piece where you're saying like, here are the similarities, here are the differences?
What it ended up being actually was more of a study of kind of how smaller, like the things we normally talk about with urban renewal are usually negative. It's normally freeway projects in like Vancouver and Toronto that were going to displace a lot of people, or projects in New York that were very racially motivated. But when you look at more smaller cities, those same theories actually have a lot less negative outcomes.
Why do you say which theories? Like theories
So, like,
critical.
Basically ideas of kind of like there's a lot less slum clearing and stuff like that in smaller cities. So like in Brandon, Manitoba, when they built the Keystone Center, the big hockey arena in town, they were able to build it on prime real estate in the center of the city that was empty because it was just fairgrounds.
Right.
And like Saskatoon here, Saskatoon underwent the largest rail relocation project in Canadian history.
Really?
So like all the downtown where the Midtown Mall is and stuff like that, that used to be rail yards.
Right.
So they just moved it, and all of a sudden they had acres of prime real estate, and they didn't have to displace anybody to build all this stuff.
Great.
So in the end, basically it was kind of a nuanced look at kind of urban renewal and how we can't always
Paint it with a broad brush of negativity.
Yeah. And so urban development isn't always a bad thing in necessity kind of.
So do you nerd out about land planning, like urban?
I do a little bit.
Yeah, me too. If I didn't do a master's in social work, I would have done one in urban planning. I think.
Yeah, I keep getting asked about like the hockey arena that Saskatoon keeps wanting to build downtown. Because it's actually kind of ironic that like that's almost kind of what my thesis was talking about downtown development in Saskatoon, and I keep telling people like just because it went really well the first time around, it's not going to be that easy the second time
Yeah,
around.
like lots of factors have to be considered in terms of.
It was a lot easier back in the 1950s and 60s to do it than it
like
would
when
be
material
now.
wasn't the same,
Well,
exorbitant.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and so this is too nerdy.
Oh, no,
I
this-
see you
this-
looking over
this is
there. You wanna
great.
stop
Don't worry,
this?
I'll get it to you 1 second.
Well, I can start the segment because I have the other tweet.
Fucking, I hate X so much.
Well, anyways, so for Who Said It, for our first Who Said It, it's Who Said It, Dallas Outsider or Soulja Boy?
Soldier Boy. Okay, I know nothing about either of them other than a predilection for all dressed chips and certain type of.
Well, the tweet is, in this world, you either crank that Soulja Boy or it cranks you.
Okay, that's one of the quotes.
That is the quote. Who said it? Soulja Boy or Dallas
One more
Outsider?
time. One more time.
In this world, you either crank that Soulja Boy or it cranks you.
I'm gonna go with Dallas.
It was actually Soulja Boy.
Oh, it was.
It was Soulja Boy who said
That's
that.
the obvious answer, but I was thinking maybe he's trying to trick me.
Hold on, so
Yeah.
I can't remember my password.
Oh, Jesus, Dallas. Well, then I'm going to go with a classic.
Okay, yeah, sure.
My classic Dallas tweet is, just so that you've got it, you either die pissing or you live long enough to see yourself shitting.
Either die pissing or you live long enough to see yourself shitting. Are you sure that wasn't Kant? I don't know.
That's Descartes.
Let's take card. Okay. Yeah.
One of our last segments here is gun to your head. So I'm going to give you a scenario, and you have to pick out of Dallas, I, or Ollie, which of the three hosts would you rather build IKEA furniture with?
I thought it was gonna be fuck, marry, kill. I was like, can I do all three to all of you? Sorry, what was it again?
Wait, hold on.
You're like what?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Just don't think too hard about that, okay? Don't think too hard about it.
Which one of the hosts would you rather build IKEA furniture with?
Okay. I don't know. Based upon all the slagging you do of Dallas, I feel like you're going to be better with the directions. But maybe that's an unfair characterization by, a bully older brother type of thing. Is that what's going on
That is
here?
kind of what I am for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'll allow you each to make your case. Like, what do you think?
I definitely think, yeah, I could follow directions better. I'm not going to misunderstand every single thing you say.
Ollie, sorry, Dallas, are you going to take that?
I mean, I would, if I were to build IKEA furniture with you, I would just let you do it while I tell you the instructions. But the instructions are pictures, so it'd be like,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
be
okay.
like,
So you have to
do
be
it like-
describing it.
Do it like this, man. It's easy.
Yeah, okay. And we'll take Ollie right out of this. First of all, he's not even reliable enough to be here, so why would he be with me for the building of the furniture?
Yeah.
Also, like, he's gonna have that, oi, why don't you go and blah, blah, that whole like British thing that's just gonna confuse
Yeah,
me.
if the Swedish text isn't going to confuse you, the British
Yeah,
accent.
yeah.
Yeah.
isn't going to help you.
To be fair,
Can't you
Dallas.
speak English properly? No, I'm just kidding. So funny to say that to an English person.
To be fair, also though, Dallas, you would probably be stopping every 5 minutes because you'd just be like, "Oh, I think that's lunch." You'd get like 2 screws in and be like, "Yeah, I think that's
Pass me
enough
the
for now."
all-dressed chips. Where are the Fur Loops?
What day is it? Is Raw on right now? Let's go watch Raw.
Yeah.
And then our final segment of the day is secret time. So we used to do this where I'd give you I'd give you 4 secrets and with a fake out, and you'd have to assign them to us. But we've simplified it. So I'm going to give you 1 secret, and you have to tell us which host this secret belongs to.
Oh, okay.
So this one's kind of breaking the rules, but for you, I thought that it's a good one to do.
Okay.
Which one of the hosts was probably one of the first people to ever mix the fuss?
Mix the boss. Okay, well here's a question. We're excluding Ollie from this. Yeah? Are we
Oh, he's involved too.
He's involved
Yeah.
too. Okay. One of the first people to mix the fuss.
Yeah. Back before the Great Fuss.
Oh gosh, the fuss would it have been was it Ollie?
Nope.
Was it you?
It's me.
Was it really? Where was it?
Reyes.
At Reyes.
2015.
Oh, yeah, of course.
2015 at Reyes.
Yeah, that was fun. We did a song called Set Yourself Right. I remember. Yeah, that was fun. I had a good time doing
It was a blast to mix that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
fun.
thanks, man.
That was one of the first things I ever mixed.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Cool. That's really neat. You still have it?
I do actually, yeah.
Sweet, send it over.
I should, yeah. I will. I'll see how
wanna
bad
hear
my
it.
mix
Yeah.
is at 18.
Really, I think I think my performance probably sucked, first of all, but the other piece to it is I didn't really have too much of a sense of like tone when I was playing and all that too, so I feel like we're both probably better at this point and could do a better job of it.
I'll do a remix
Yeah,
for
sweet.
fun. That'd be
Good.
hilarious.
A remaster.
Yeah,
I won't
I'll post a
complain.
comparison. This is what I mixed it at 18 versus 27.
I won't complain. That'd be
awesome.
awesome. Wow, very cool. Yeah.
Well, and finally here to close out, we've got our shout outs / our closer. So the veil on music is lifted. You can talk about whatever you want. What do you need to
Sweet.
shout out, Pete?
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Okay, so first thing I guess is check us out on Instagram at The Great Fuss. And if you like it, check out, we just released a single called Ratabaga yesterday, 2 days ago. Ratabaga. And yeah, it's good little ditty. And okay, so when does this get released?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, well then come out on Friday to the Beatles show at the Capitol that we're doing.
Ooh.
And then on the 25th, we're playing at the Basement doing a David Bowie thing.
Ooh.
It's going to be fun.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Pete, for coming on. This has
Yeah,
been an
thanks.
absolutely hilarious episode.
I had a
It's
lot
been
of
a lot of
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Sorry to Adam Beidle, we ran out of time. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at the podcast. Make sure you save us on all of your different podcast platforms. We're found anywhere that you can get your podcast.
And check out our exclusive content
Exclusive?
on exclusive content on Patreon.
It's not that expensive, and it's pretty funny shit. So,
yeah. Support your boys.
Thanks for sticking with us for another episode. See ya.
Hiya!